Hello, Sporting Bet customers. It's been a fascinating weekend, but one very sad one as well. Just want to send my commiserations to Carrie's Pitt family and friends. I met him a couple of times, spoke to him a few times over the phone as well, and that was partly down to the fact that I was told by colleagues of his and people that were working with him that we were in front of somebody with a great potential as a manager and with a modern outlook about the way he approached things. He had a Dutch physical trainer, he'd seen training abroad, and kept talking to the likes of Ivan Campo and Marcelino, for instance, friends of mine who had been in the same changing room as him, and who they saw in him potential to become one of the good British managers. So sad news indeed, and there's not much more you can say really. And in terms of what happened at the weekend, although it all feels a little bit strange at the moment, but it was fascinating to see Liverpool draw against Manchester City and how that took place as well. How in the last 10 minutes it was Liverpool actually that deserved more. It was partly down to a fair sending off of Balotelli, but you know who is to blame for that? But Balotelli himself. And it was interesting to see that Liverpool stick to the guns, just kept playing the way that Dalglish wants them to play, building from the back. Lots of work down the wings, and obviously with the immense help of Luis Suarez. Interesting that Manchester City have only kept one clean sheet out of the last 10 games, and that generally they seem to have not found yet that balance between defence and attack, and that's the main worry for me for Manchester City. Yes, they can go into the Premier League and maybe even unbeaten, who knows, but certainly they're favourites to win it because they just outplayed everybody in terms of in terms of their offensive approach. They've got better strikers than anybody else, and they can combine them in completely different ways. So they will score more than anybody this season. There's no doubt about that, and that in most cases just takes you to the title in the Premier League, because the approach of most teams is it's just that box to box. If it's going to be a box to box kind of encounter, Manchester City are the best at that at the moment. But keep an eye on Spurs, by the way. I just I've seen Spurs that are a balanced side, that they are making the best out of what they've got, that they've got in Adebayor, a man on form, that they've got I think 28 points in the last 10 games. So a team that if they continue this form, you have to say they can go far, but this is Spurs we're talking about. In any case, when Manchester City go away at European grounds, we see a different Manchester City, and one that is easier to stop than you will suspect of somebody who's at the top of the Premier League. So we'll see, but it's a fascinating year for Manchester City, and what it is still yet, it's a kind of transformation into a force. I'm not sure they're there yet. I think this got to be more to the team. It's got to be a team working in a better way, players working harder for each other, defensively especially, tracking back, and things that we're still not seeing yet, but they are on the way. There's no doubt about that. They've got the money and they've got the quality in the squad to do so. And this Carling Cup games this week, so because teams end up playing the youngsters, you don't know how this is going to go, but in any case, I'm looking forward to see Chelsea and their progression. The fact that Oriol Romeo is part of the team now, that's key. That's where football starts. That's what Johan Cruyff used to say. Football starts in that position, the number 4, the one that had at Barcelona Luis Milla, Pep Guardiola, Xavi, and etc., where Cesc Fabregas started building his reputation as well in the juveniles of Barcelona. That's where football starts. If that ball comes cleanly from that position, if that player is also versatile enough to actually defend well, then you've got a team that is balanced. Oriol Romeo, I said it about 2 months ago, I knew he was going to be a regular part of Chelsea. I can see that happening too, and in the process we'll see what happens to Fernando Torres, in the sense that it's been 4 games I think that he hasn't been in the lineup yet, but I'm just waiting for his moment. I think he will come. Talent just doesn't disappear like that, and even though Drogba is taking his chance, I just wonder if there is a little message being sent there to Torres. Come on, when your chance comes, go and take it. Started well the season, as we know, and then deflated a little bit after, but I'm convinced that Fernando Torres will be a crucial part of Chelsea's season, this campaign. We will see. Anyway, some more talk about La Liga and about the Premier League for Sporting Bet a little bit later in the week. In the meantime, enjoy your week.